Hi there, I'm Becky from Nomadic Knits, and today I'm just going to quickly show you how I like to use stitch markers for this year's Knitmas in July project. This year we're knitting a rectangular shawl that is knit on the bias. And to create that bias, what we're doing is we are increasing stitches on one end while decreasing stitches on the other. And if you look at this project that's in progress here, actually I'll show you the cast on edge. So instead of this cast on edge being straight across this way, because of the increase on this end and the decrease on this end, it ends up being on a bias, or simply put, it's on an angle. So your motif ends up moving in this direction throughout the project. And as such, that motif runs out of room as the decreases take place along this side. And we are adding more of that motif because we have increases along this side. And what this means for our stitch markers is that they are somewhat static, as in you aren't moving these stitch markers you know, in the middle of a row. You aren't shifting them one way or another because of your stitches. It's just that eventually you will have decreased enough here that this stitch marker will have to go, and this is no longer part of a repeat. And to the, the balance of that is that you'll have increased over here and you'll have more stitches, and eventually you will end up adding a stitch marker here. And the reason I'm explaining how this works is because the stitch markers are not notated in the pattern. It's up to you whether you like to work with them or not. I like to work with them because it very quickly helps me sort out if I have an incorrect number of stitches left at the end of a row or at the beginning of a row. It just makes it a lot easier to fix any errors. And it also allows me to just work the pattern without referring to the written instructions as much, because we are working with an Old Shale motif. It's very repetitive. We're repeating 12 stitches over and over. It goes from 4 rows in a 12-stitch repeat to 6 rows. And it's very easy to memorize and take along with you. And the stitch markers really make that possible. And it makes your instructions more of a nice to have than a have to take everywhere with you. So to give you a quick glance of how this works as far as stitch markers within the chart, you can see that the repeat is outlined with a red box. So your stitch markers go right where that red box is. And within the pattern, the repeats are marked with brackets, and that is where you would place your stitch markers. Thanks so much for checking out the video. I hope that that was helpful for those of you who haven't worked with stitch markers this way before. You'll have to let me know how it goes for you. And I'm so excited that you're going to be knitting along with us for Knitmas in July. I hope that you have a fantastic time, and I will see you in the group. Happy knitting!